Hey, AD, you had it going early in Chicago, and tonight LeBron seemed to be hot from the start. Just what did you see from him? And when he's hot like that, how do you adjust your game, if at all, on the offensive end?
Yeah, I mean, we get out the way. Uh, he's at home. Like I said, I had to go in Chicago. I was at home. He come back. Uh, he's at home. He gets it going early. So um, that's what it is. I mean, when he's playing like that, It's fun to watch. It's amazing to see the shots he make and the shots he take. Um, he's a hell of a player, great player. And everyone's cheering for him. He's back at home. We missed it last year, um, and so he get a chance to come back and score I think 45, 46 or something like that. Um, Back at home, so it's fun to watch. But I think for everyone else, we make shots for him to open the floor up. And when we made a couple of those shots, he was able to have the paint. He was able to have his jumper, get to the line. He had whatever he wanted, um, and he carried us to the win tonight.
If you're not having an efficient night or your typical night on offense, do you double down even that much more defensively, or I guess you always bring it on D, right? But is that something that you think, hey, all right, I got to make sure to contribute this way on this end?
Yeah, I mean, I pick it up more defensively. I try to offensive rebound, try to set good screens to get other guys open. I just try to do the other things that maybe don't show up in on the box score. So I try to find other ways to impact the game, and let the offensive side just come naturally.
Dave?
AD, LeBron had that block on Colin that was
Ridiculous.
the block after the challenge. There was the turnaround shot on the baseline. There was the logo three. Was there any moment in that kind of run he had that really stuck out to you? Like, okay, he's really locked in. This is a special night for him.
Shit, I knew when he had 19 in the first, 17 in the first, or something like that. Oh, it's over. It was like it's one of those nights for him. He was, getting to the basket. He was hitting his three. Getting to the mid range, hitting his turnaround. So, he wasn't missing. He had a very efficient game, and then late in the game, like you say, hit I think three threes. Got to the basket, got the steal for the dunk. So he was everywhere on the floor, making shots from everywhere. But after the first quarter, I knew it was going to be a good night for him.
Oh,
Hey, D, I know you well, are sort of a perfectionist and probably are already thinking about next game, especially when it comes to your defense. What gave you guys the most problems that Cleveland was able to do? Was it the pace? Was it the rim pressure? Where was the biggest pressure for you guys?
I think they might be number one in the league in deflections and forcing turnovers, and we were kind of fed into that in the first half. They got a lot of deflections. We had a lot of good looks in that third quarter. We just missed a lot of wide open shots, but in their pace as well. Like they got a lot of young guys that play fast. Starting with Colin Sexton, who pushes the ball up the floor. And fine guys and Osman, got hot from three, flying off pins, down screens and things like that. So, no, they're a young team. They play hard. They play fast. They get out in transition and they force turnovers. And we had a couple turnovers early that kind of got them going.
man.
AD, obviously LeBron did what LeBron did, but how important were those Kuzma offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, and then like some of those Caruso deflections and steals? Seems like those plays when you guys were really sputtering, kind of kept giving you a little life.
Yeah, big time plays. That's what Kuz do. He crashed their offensive glass all the time, and I think he got three of them in one possession and kicked it out to AC, and I think AC hits the three. Um, and he had one on the other end in the first half as well. AC, pressure on the ball. Colin drives to the basket. He gets a strip late in the game. And so all those plays are huge plays and momentum boosters for us, especially when we kind of going back and forth with the team and we kind of was stagnant on 100 for a while. We didn't score. Our defense just kind of, kept us ahead, and those big offensive rebounds by Kuz. So, two guys who don't get highlighted enough, but they do all the dirty work for us for sure.
Good morning, Bill.
AD, in this year and a half you've played with LeBron, what have you learned about him and what separates him? I mean, you're universally considered a top 5 player in the league also, and all these other guys around the league. But what is it that you, in your opinion, separates him from some of the other superstars in the league and that he's able to go out and do the things he does?
I haven't played with any of the top guys in the league, so I don't know what those guys do. I only can tell you what I see, and it's probably gonna be the same thing that everybody else say. But just being here and being around him, the way he locks in on a game, on a team, studying their plays, what they like to run, at which point in the game, personnel. He's always watching film. He's watching film on us, how to get better. He kind of see things before they happen. And like I said, I can't say other top players do it because I'm not around him. I can't say that, but he's very professional. He wants to win, and being here in this year and a half, I see it every day.
Last question, Corey Jones.
What's happening, AD? As a player as a deep player like yourself, who does things that might not make the stat sheet, how beneficial is it for you to know that you're still impacting the game at a high level and your stats don't make the sheet?
Yeah, man, all I care about winning. We win, I'm fine. Like I say, Bron had it going tonight. I had it going to Chicago, and Bron kind of, was like, here, AD, and I'm setting screens to him, get him open, get him the mismatches so he can go to work. That's what we do. We complement each other very well, and neither one of us is jealous of the other guy. We try to find other ways to impact the game. Bron in Chicago was talking on defense, getting deflections, getting out of transition, finding the right guys for open threes, and tonight I'm trying to do it on the defensive end. Rebounding, blocking shots. Pressuring the guards, making them take tough shots at the rim, protecting the paint, setting screens for him to get him mismatches because he's at home. So, we just try to, and that's our entire team, to be honest. We try to, do things that don't show up in the stat sheet to help us win. And, that's how we want to win. We got to be able to impact the game other than scoring. And I think everyone on this team can do that.